Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I am Twice's widow, Drooby.
And I am the leader of a cat girl army, Soberoni.
Welcome back to the Waifu Wars podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu because she is trash. Welcome back, everyone. How you doing, Oni?
I'm doing well, a little bit full and bloated, but how are you doing, Drew?
Uh, I'm doing good. I'm surprised you didn't like literally come into the mic being happy about Eagles, but then I forget. You're
I'm
a
never
terrible
happy.
winner.
Yeah, I'm never.
Right.
we
You're like,
we won the
okay.
bad way.
Do I want to know what that even means?
Yeah, I'll be don't worry. At least to your delight, we have a bye, so there's no Eagles game next week.
Yay.
So you get to
Dot,
deal
dot,
with
dot.
neutral Oni for 1 week.
Right. Um, I'm doing okay. I'm gonna go see. Oh, where am I going tomorrow? By the way, we're recording on Monday, so it's gonna be released on Tuesday. But I'm gonna go get my X-ray tomorrow, see what's going on my leg. Hopefully, someone could tell me what the fuck is going on.
Mm,
Um,
hoping for good news.
yeah, and also my mom is she's on vacation for a week. She went
House
back to
party.
her motherland in Jamaica. No house party.
Boo.
I mean, if everyone's gonna like go and do all the legwork, the literal legwork, because I only have one good one, as in one good leg, then yeah, sure, maybe I consider it. Uh, but yeah, so that's what's going on. Uh, so yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. And we're gonna start off always with our new segment this week in anime. Oh, let's see what we got here. I feel like Oni's news is more anime related than mine, but we can argue that Bayonetta is gives anime.
I feel like
I
neither
feel
of
like
these
there's
is particularly anime related, but
right,
close enough.
but right, and they're so big. Like people who watch anime, it's like y'all need to know this.
Mhm.
um. So yeah, Bayonetta voice actress calls for boycott on Bayonetta 3. Cites poor game for game. Oh God, cites poor pay from Platinum Games. And this is sourced by Anime News Network. For most people who I guess you're not living under a rock, um, this news broke out on Friday or Saturday, I believe. Is it the 15th? The
Or
15th.
people who are just avoiding Twitter, which is a good thing to do. It's a good habit to
Yeah, I
have.
can't. Listen. Listen, the way I keep telling y'all, I only go on for the sake of this channel. Um, but yeah, so she no longer, oh sorry, the former voice actress is no longer playing Bayonetta for this, or at least the third installation of the series, after she revealed that she got underpaid. Basically, she was offered $4,000, and that was her second. Not her first. That was the second and final offer they made. So, and she was like, "Nah, fuck that." And she made not one, not two, but three videos, basically pleading her case and telling everyone how this shit is fucked up. Which, you know, I I believe. I'm kind of on her side. I think $4,000 to voice a game that you've done that's made millions and
Mhm.
millions and millions, and you're only getting paid 4,000. And this is after she had to um what's the word I'm looking for? Audition. She had to audition for her own role. So it's like, wow. It's like insult upon injury.
So I did speak to some friends about this one. Shout out to
Hmm.
Orion Nocturne on the Discord. But yes, so just for clarification, first off, I do agree she should be paid a lot more.
Than 4,000.
Yes, than 4,000. But it isn't as bad as it sounds, only because the parts
Hmm.
that so apparently the voice actress doesn't do any other voice acting. Like she
Mm.
just does Bayonetta.
Hmm.
And the last Bayonetta game was like 8 years ago, and she hasn't done like any voice acting since then. So I
Okay.
kind of see them why they would want to make her like audition again. It's like, hey, you haven't done this in 8 years. Can you still even voice act? So I get that part.
Okay,
But if
that's
she
fair.
did pass the audition,
And they
I
still
and
want
they
her.
still want her, then yeah, she should get paid more than four
Like
thousand.
if she hasn't lost a
Yeah, if
bump
she
in
can
her
still do
step,
the voice, then I like, even if she hasn't done a voice in like 8 years or whatever, I'm like, I don't care. You're not paying her for her other voices. You're paying her for this voice.
right?
So yeah,
Yeah, I think the lack of a what's the word I'm looking
resume.
for? Yeah, lack of a resume is not enough reason to underpay someone, especially if she did your last game. Hello, like that's wild.
I do think the voice actress they did replace her with, they ended up paying more. So I don't know if that's a good thing or even more of an insult.
That's an insult. 'Cause I forgot I saw the other voice actor, Jennifer Hale. She released on social media, like, something about she's like, "Yep, I'm so sorry, like, it sucks it happened. Man, that's crazy." But she said, "But don't worry about me, I'm doing great."
I don't blame her. I'm like, listen, you got that role. That's an important role. That's gonna boost her career. Go for it.
Yeah, so that's crazy. Yeah, Jennifer Hale, she's, yeah. She definitely has more of a resume. God damn. Did you know she played Sam in Totally Spies?
Oh my god, it's been forever since I heard Totally
I
Spies.
know. I just scrolled down her list. Wow, that's wild.
Damn, and she's still doing voices? Woo!
I know. Yeah. No, this is not some up and coming
Yeah, wow.
actor at all. No, she's pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big. So yeah. Anyways, our thoughts with Helena Taylor. You
Mm.
definitely deserve better, and I hope you're okay. Um, and yeah. Also, yeah. Fuck you, Nintendo.
Fuck Nintendo for various other reasons as well. I would
Yeah,
normally
for
say
many others, but yes, but
yes.
also fuck you.
I would normally say on the brighter side, but I don't think this is brighter. I think this is also bad news. Gaming technology TV channel G4 Tech TV is shutting down. The company is laying off 45 staff members. So, for those of you who grew up in the boomer era, my era, you may remember G4 being the video game channel. They had all the great, the pre YouTube era. For those of you who are
Mm.
Zoomers and grew up on the internets, before the great YouTube, great YouTube Sama and Twitch Sama, where we had a designated TV channel where we watched video game news. And it was G4. And I remember watching a lot of really great, low budget, but very entertaining shows like X Play, Nerd Wars, I think, or Geek Wars, something. They had like a bunch of really good
You
tech
definitely
shows.
forgot. Whatchamacallit it? That ninja show. Don't get
Ninja Warrior,
eliminated. Or that
was the one?
one.
They had a
It's
bunch
one of
of
those
really geeky
girls.
shows.
It's one of them girls.
Yeah, they had a bunch of really geeky, like Japanese centric, tech centric, video game centric. I think they even aired anime at certain points.
They sure did.
Oh yeah, look, it says they ran programs such as Ultraviolet, Viper's Creed, Iron Man, Wolverine, X-Men, and Blade adaptations, and Razafon. Ooh, and Camargue High School. So yeah, it was basically the nerd channel. I loved it, and I think it's a big reason, uh, probably why I'm so into anime and gaming today. So it's just sad to see it go, unfortunately.
Same. Yeah, this is really sad, and they just relaunched it,
Hmm.
and, what's that Twitch streamer's name? The Black Hokage, kinda made his little bit of history. I think, ooh, was he the first black, like, host on that show?
I
Which was definitely long overdue,
I don't remember.
but I think that was the case, and I felt like that was a really big one for us. So it's
Hmm.
really sad that, all that is happening to him. I mean, he still is a very, incredibly successful streamer, so
Yes.
there's that, and I hope he can bounce back from that.
And I think this is just unfortunately I don't know I don't know too much about G4's financials or
Right.
business, but I just don't think a TV like a tech channel or like a video game channel could exist nowadays just because Twitch and YouTube exist. I think that kind of just
Right.
like
Yeah.
it cornered the market. It's just you can't compete with the amount of content that Twitch and YouTube have.
I would honestly just, if I could, I would just say I'm surprised they didn't downsize and just say we're just gonna be an online presence only.
Yeah, I would have like if they just made like a Twitch channel or a YouTube
A Twitch
channel.
and YouTube
Yeah,
both. Bada bing, bada boom, and
yeah,
that's
I think
it.
that would have been a way better move. Yeah, they would have just posted on their brand name or whatever to get the initial pot. Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah,
Yeah, people don't
but
watch TV.
I guess that's not happening. So,
Rip.
yeah, I hope everyone involved, like I said, they bounce back and they recover.
Hmm.
All right. Now that we're done with all that fun, happy
Great
news,
news.
excuse me, it's time to do our reviews. And we're going to start off with Chainsaw Man, episode 1.
Which
Wow.
is my episode. It's tied with my episode of the week with something else, but yes.
Am I gonna? No, I won't tie it. I won't tie it. But it was a very, very good first episode.
I enjoyed it immensely. This is just kind of what I was expecting. It's nice to
Yeah.
expect something and then for it to deliver, you know? Like I was
Right.
going in, I'm like, I want blood and guts and like a nonsensical plot and just violence. And that's what I got.
Preach.
Oh
um, the dog is cute. The dog was
god, I
cute.
love the fucking dog.
Shout out to my girl Pochita.
Hmm.
Pochita.
I hope the dog comes back.
I know, right? He's gonna be stuck
we
inside.
we might need to drop the show if Pochita doesn't come
Listen.
back.
But yeah, and then it was just a really fun dumb show. Like, not didn't have to try too hard. Just lots of blood and gore and guts.
Yeah, I like that they didn't even bother to explain anything. Like sometimes you just got to know when not to bother explaining something, and I feel like this is that show. Like, why do
We
demons
got enough.
exist? It doesn't matter why demons exist.
We
Who
got enough.
cares?
I don't need
Demons
to
exist.
girl. It's first episode. I don't need to know.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like so many other shows would go into like the trap of trying to over-explain stuff and be like, "Well, 10,000 years ago, when blah 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 blah." And Chainsaw Man is just like, "Nah, you don't need all that. Just whatever. Demons,
Just enjoy.
chainsaws."
Just enjoy what's happening.
Exactly. It doesn't dwell on the minute details of the world, which is good for this type of show. And I love
Yeah.
the main character a lot. In contrast to another show we're going to cover later, I love this main character, and I think he carries the show.
Oh. I feel like as we get to the anime that you're referring to, I'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is, yeah, he's really good. He just has a bunch of random stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just very mind numbing.
Yeah, he's also easy to root for.
Yeah, definitely not a show for everyone.
No, when the show starts off with the main character being like, "I sold my nuts, my kidney, my
My
eye."
eye. I was like, why'd you say your testicles? They can't be worth
Who
that
buys
much.
one testicle?
Right.
I
And
don't want
for
both. I
what?
just want one.
Well, I guess he only wanted to sell one.
Surprised he found the buyer.
I Hey, the weird
Also, they
the
didn't pay
weird
much for it.
setting.
It was like 10,000 yen or something.
And to be honest,
Ugh,
it's just semen. Like,
gross.
Not not gross. Not when I say the medical term for it, you get turned off.
No, it wasn't even that. It's just that I got the picture of somebody's ball getting chopped and like sperm flying everywhere. I'm like, yeah.
What is that? You think how people harvest stuff?
Ugh.
They just they just take a
they take a
they just take
machete.
a wallet a mallet and just go.
Ugh, gross. Yeah, it's hurting my balls.
I don't think you know how that. You know what? I don't think you need to know how it
I'm
works.
good. I don't want to know how it works. I'm not gonna
This
look
is
up a
how
YouTube video
this is
on
how
ball
we
harvesting.
this is how we stop kids from getting into the black market and organ sales. But yeah, no, it was a really fun first anime.
Mm-hmm.
The animation was pretty good. I like the CG was not
Mm,
too overbearing, just enough. It
yeah.
wasn't flat out Black Rock Shooter bad.
Phew.
Um,
They did a lot of good
yeah,
things with the animation too. It's like I don't know if you caught it, but like it wasn't fluid, but in a good way. It like it didn't feel anime-y to me for some reason. Like when he was slicing people and stuff,
yeah,
it felt very raw and brutal. Like you can see his kind of clumsy movements, and he's like wailing. It felt like a guy just wailing chainsaws around. It wasn't like some crisp, clean bleach fight or something.
agreed. Yeah, it wasn't that way at all. It did feel very messy
Yeah, it
and
was.
and clunky, but it works in that way because it's a chainsaw. Like you'll
Mm-hmm.
swing
It's
chainsaws,
hard to
not
be elegant with a chainsaw.
right, not a samurai blade. You're not. I don't know. Enter swordsman who fights beautifully with
You're not
swords.
Byakuya.
Yeah, that dude. Is it? I mean, with Byakuya, is it even like? It's just him throwing petals at you that are technically swords.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, that is kind of badass, though. Imagine your sword is just petals.
Yeah, I know it is pretty cool, but well, at least it was cool until the end of the Soul Society arc, and then of course every
As with
enemy was
most
like,
things, Bleach.
right, yeah, exactly. They're like, well, time to power creep you.
Mm-hmm.
All
But yeah,
right,
this is just a show that I think is gonna be fun to watch on a weekly basis.
yeah, all right. Up next, we have Spy Family Part 2, Episode 3. Basically wrapping up the whole terrorist plot. Lloyd, under the guise of the Prime Minister, throws the bomb into the river and doesn't kill the puppy.
Yeah, he doesn't shoot the pup. He just shoots somehow miraculously shoots the straps, the bomb straps.
I mean, he's really good
He's
at a
god tier
job,
aim.
right? um, Everything gets resolved. The whole family magically run into each other. And Anya's like, "Yeah, this dog helped me, and I actually want this dog." And they're like, "No, Anya, you can't." And then Anya discovers the power of blackmail, where she threatens them if if I don't get this dog, I'm dropping out of school.
That's gonna be a great thing to learn so early in life. Wait till she gets to high school. Wait till teenage
Right,
Anya.
right. I'm like, girl, honestly, work.
Mm,
Because it did work. She got her dog, and I like how it seemingly transitioned like back into daily life.
hmm
Because then the next day, is it the next day? Not sure if it's the next day or the day after next, but very soon she goes back to school.
Yeah, it was probably the next day.
Yeah. Imagine doing all that. You have to go to school the next day. That's oh no. I'd
Fuck
be like,
that.
girl, cutting school. I'm tired.
I did like before she goes to school the scene with the handler and her, and the handler's all like, we get to like see her sweet side. We got to see her like darker side for this whole arc, so it was nice seeing her like be motherly towards Anya and give her little backstory of how she used to have a daughter.
Right, and very not suspiciously talking to Lloyd right in front of Anya and Yor.
Well,
Like,
listen, it's
why are you
fine.
whispering so loud? I'm like, "We the audience can hear you." It's
It's
like,
if it's Anya and Yor. Anya already knows what's going on, and Yor is Yor. She's not gonna pick up on anything. She still thinks it's
yeah.
her fault that Lloyd was in the bathroom for half a day.
You know, you raise an excellent point. She's just very strong and good at killing. Apparently so strong that she kicked a car,
Yeah.
which apparently is going to get, we're going to see more of her background story. Because I'm like, oh, I didn't know she also had superhuman strength. I mean, she did have superhuman strength, but like
But like,
a
damn.
car. Right, like, that's like a before everything was like, "Hey, this is a big animal, and this is like a big inanimate object, or you're cutting through a tree."
God.
Like, I thought those were things that were done because of, like, anime.
Hmm.
But nah, this bitch actually kicked the car, so
I
now it's
hope
like,
in like next arc she just jumps up and like kicks a fucking helicopter or some shit.
yes, she will actually, supersede Suzaku Copter.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to anyone who
Jeez, Drew,
remembers
you
that
went back
reference.
20 years for that one.
Yes, the very few times where uh 4chan was in complete garbage.
The meme days.
So yeah, that was fun. Anya trying to make a big thing about her having a dog was
Mm,
so funny, especially when Damien was like, "What's the dog's name?" And she's like,
uh, uh,
and Toe
dog.
just took the wind out of her sails, and she was just like, "Bitch, I don't care about that." Totally unimpressed. That was funny.
Yeah,
Like, girl, no one cares
rip. I like how Anya does not think out these plans at all. She's just
at
like,
all. She's just like, "Yes, I'm gonna be hot shit. Today's the day." And then it's, expectations versus reality.
exactly. Which is relatable, that happens,
Yeah.
even to this day.
Mm. Eventually Anya comes up with a name for the dog. The dog's name is
Bondo.
Bondo, which
No, just go as
I
Borf.
yeah, I reject. I'm calling the dog Borf. Um, However, the episode ends on a really cute note where Anya and Borf are just killing each other at the end, even though Lloyd was like, "Hey, I told you to study." She didn't
Mm.
study. And he was like, "Daw, they're cute. We'll let them live." Uh, Not, I didn't mean it like that. Not implying that he's gonna kill them, but like he's gonna give her a break. So yeah, this is a really good episode. I really like. It was a good way to wrap up the plot.
Yeah, I
Um,
think they did a good job of just like putting it on a wholesome note. Even ended on a really wholesome note.
Agreed. So the Dust Spy family, as
Hmm.
always. Up next, you have Golden Kamuy, season 4, episode dos.
And this could have also been my contender for episode of the week.
Oh, this episode, like every episode, just quite a doozy. uh, so Ushiyama manages to escape from his underground coffin, but he's still under the effects of the drug. I forget which drug it is.
One of
It's not
the
the wolf
30
thing.
drugs. What was
Right. It's
Fuji,
like
Fugu, whatever.
Fugu. Yeah, something like
Fugu.
that.
Mm.
I think it's called Fugu. Yeah. So he's under the effects of Fugu, which apparently just makes you higher than a motherfucker.
Hmm.
Because he was just wandering the plains, and he runs into our favorite figure skater, Chio. I know he has a longer name. I'm calling him Chio.
Hmm.
And Chio Chio takes him in and thusly names him through a series of misunderstandings. Uh, Obenchko,
Mhm.
which apparently means pussy in
There was a
Japanese.
lot of potty humor in this episode, which I
Yeah.
am here for.
I mean, yeah, it's very Golden Kamuy. Uh, Sekiya sends a ransom note to Karakura. And it's like, yo, I got Hijikata. You know, Tetekoi. And bring the goods. And yeah, Karakura, almost hope he doesn't die. I hope he stays on as a permanent
Yeah, he's pretty
member.
fun.
He is a very fun character because his bad luck and causes many hijinks to ensue.
Hmm.
The first one is when they meet up with Sekia, and it was actually funny how Sekia is so cautious, and this is what I mean by I love anime because it sometimes gets so cartoonish regarding the seriousness and the graphics and the graphic scenes. I love that they'll take time to make fun of themselves to the point where Seki's like, you undressed yourselves, but you wouldn't happen to have a knife hiding between your ass, would you? Like, I was like, what? I was like, why would he say that? And then it hands over to an actual knife between his ass cheeks.
Not just any knife. This guy is like father's treasure knife. He gives it to him. He's like, my father's treasure knife. And he's like, don't worry, I have a perfect place to hide it. He's like, where are you hiding it? Don't worry about it. It's the perfect place.
And then he's like, yes, that was my plan. And then the guy runs away on ice skates. And he's like, haha, I actually, on some Kogia shit, he's like, haha, I planned for that.
You've
But then
fallen into my trap.
what did he not plan for is Ushiyama popping out the hole and scaring Sekia in a different direction.
Hmm.
And how did Ushiyama get like randomly appear from a hole? Well, that's after Kyo realized that Ushiyama is kind of a freak of nature when it comes to his strength, and was like, "Nope, gotta kill him," and literally attempted to kill him by throwing a peach ring into the water.
That
And I
was such
guess
a
the water.
extreme reaction to that too. Like, oh, he had one episode. I have to murder this guy.
Right. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do the normal like I can teach him to be good. It was
Or
just
like let him
straight
go
to
back into the forest or something. No, it's
right,
murder
no,
time.
straight. No, he's gotta go. He's a danger to everyone.
Although he did almost kill those kids.
Yeah, he really did. So it's like I kinda get it, but I was like, God damn.
Hmm. Heartless, not pussy, not the pussy monster.
Goodbye, pussy monster. Ugh. Um and then how it all ended with like the whole trap. First of all, this Sekia dude, he really I think you already said before, yeah, this dude really is just j- anime Jigsaw.
He really is.
His one of us had the poison. Just take it.
Hmm. And on the other end is the poison neutralizer that is I will take.
Right. And who would have known that not just Karakura, but also Hijikata would both heal themselves in the same way, more or less. But Hijikata just happened to be, have a background medicine,
Hmm. He did it on
and
purpose.
Karakura just has dumb luck.
Yeah. I like that part because it's like perfect for their characters. Like, oh, Ichikado's
Right.
wise old man who's experienced, and Katakura is just like, I'm stupid, unlucky slash lucky. So
I'm also saved. And then
yeah,
Hijikata just said, whoop. and just slice that guy in half.
I really liked. I feel bad that. Well, I don't feel bad. I'm upset that Jigsaw guy died because I really did like his backstory and motivation. Like when they went into it, like oh, his daughter got killed by like a complete random lightning bolt, which is why he's into this whole like game of chance and like
Right.
miracles and stuff. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I kind of wish we like saw more of him. He was actually a pretty
Yeah,
good
I feel like
villain.
they kill him so quickly.
Mm-hmm. He was a pretty.
Like,
This show does that. Like this, the C tier villains that only last like 2 episodes in the show could literally just be entire villains in other shows.
yes, yes. It's like, yeah, they're all good, and then
Mm-hmm.
the majority of them die so quickly.
It's the only bad thing
Yeah.
about Golden Kamuy. They have so many good characters, and they kill off really good ones quickly.
Excuse me.
The only bad thing about Golden Kamuy is they have so many good characters that they die too quickly.
Yeah, but even the ones that they have are also good.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively. So yeah, we're looking for the next episode. They're probably gonna pan back to what's going on with Asirpa and Sakamoto.
Yeah.
All right. Up next we have My Hero Academia season 6 episode
Three.
three. Episode 3, which is my episode of the week.
Yes, and this is
Of
also my other
course.
episode of the week, of course.
Yeah, oh my god. Wow. Wow.
The villains are so much better than the heroes. I'm sorry.
My baby. Oh, he's gone. I mean, I had a feeling.
Sorry, Drew.
But
Now you know what it feels like to have somebody you love die in the anime.
what do you mean? Toga's right there.
I know, but she'll die next.
I
Characters I love always end
no.
up dying in anime, so now you know.
Like who?
I can't recall them any right now, but
Well, okay,
listen, I
yeah,
will
right,
soon.
right, exactly.
I will soon.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't help that I always fall in love with the crazy Yandres, but still.
Right. Like
And the Yandres have short lifespans.
yanderes who are literal villains who do awful things that deserve to die. Yeah, I don't feel
Eh,
no. He is not. He was not any of them. That's what really like made this so sad.
yeah.
Excuse me, because he really. This episode, it really did almost make seem like Hawk was the bad guy and Twice was not.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
love
you,
how they
Hawk.
framed it that way.
It's like villains can be good guys too. As weird
Right,
as that sounds.
exactly, because Twice was like agonizing over the fact that he's like, no, this is all my fault. No, my friends, I put them in danger. No, it's all because I trusted you. And but yeah, and then also the juxtaposition of how Hawk was acting. I was like, "Oh shit, this dude's different. He
hmm
different." He said, "Cause he's not being a hero in this moment." He said, "Nah, someone like he was like straight up like someone like you with your quirk, you have to die
Yeah, I'm like,
if you're not
damn,
willing to come
Hawks.
quietly." He said, "I'm gonna give you one chance, and if you do not come quietly, you simply must go." And I'm like, "No, my baby. I mean, I understand, but my baby."
My baby. Don't hurt him. Although, shout out to Dobby for showing out and saving him
Right.
for
He
at
was
least for a
like,
couple
"Girl,
minutes.
he's like, "Girl, I never trusted you for a second,"
hmm
which, you know, that is the correct
Yeah,
that's the
good
correct way
instinct.
to right. I also would not trust a hero who just randomly turned to evil. I also got to see how like very scary Hawks can be in a fight.
Yeah, he's pretty
Like,
strong.
yeah, because usually he's just like, "Oh, I just use my feathers to like save people from the buildings and just fly away. Like, that's nothing. Whatever." No, not today. Speaking of fucking Zenban Sakura from
From
that guy from
Bleach.
Bleach,
Yeah.
right? It was very much giving that. He was like, "I literally can shred your clones faster than you can make them." And
Yeah, he's kind of like a counter to him in that way.
exactly. Uh, and yeah, no, that was crazy. And even when Dabi came and really burned all his wings or feathers, I should say, apart, homeboy still that oh my god, that scene where he's coming out from the fire to cut him,
Hmm.
that was I was like, "Wait, is that how I think that is about to do what I think he is about to do?" I'm like, "That's crazy."
Yeah.
Also, I don't foresee Hawks I'd be very shocked if Hawks lives past this arc.
I mean, probably. Yeah, he seems like the perfect candidate to die because he's relevant enough to be like he's a fan favorite. He's relevant, but he's not so relevant that the story can't progress without him.
Right.
So yeah, he's pretty up there in the probably gonna die list. Oh, wow, you know who's gonna kill him? Toga. She has a
Mm,
reason. Toga's gonna go off. I feel like next episode.
I know. I yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm surprised she didn't have, like, a more, emotional reaction to it," but I'm like, "Toga's Toga."
Yeah,
Like, she just emotes differently.
she'll be like, "I'll show you emotion when I stab the shit out of you."
But yeah, that was pretty yeah, it just felt very emotional. Probably even at the last second. Oh my god, when he killed that one hero, he stabbed that dude in the
That
back.
was so like
He said,
bah.
bitch, bitch, bitch. Like, I said, ooh, completely just collapsed.
Mhm.
I was like, damn. And the handkerchief that wasn't even real. I don't know why I thought that'd be a real handkerchief.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, oof.
Like I said, my hero does a great job of like it's like the
Yeah,
anti Naruto, I swear. It
it
does such a
really
great
is.
job of developing its rest of its cast and giving them time to shine. Even the villains get like so much time to shine and be their own thing.
Right. They do. And I still feel like they did a very decent job of developing Deku.
Yeah, it's not like the main character suffers either. It's just like we understand you. He's not the most intriguing character, so you get him in bursts, like it spurts.
Yeah, like you get him when he needs to train,
Hmm.
when it's related to the plot, all might shit,
Yeah,
his fights,
exactly. And
and
that makes you
interactions with his
appreciate. It
classmates.
makes you appreciate him more that way because sometimes I'm like, man, this is all great and stuff, but I want some Deku training, and then we'll get some, and I'd be like,
Right.
cool. As opposed to watching Naruto learn the 50th variation on his Rasengan.
Ugh, we're gonna learn new techniques, gonna change everything. It's another
Now
Rasengan.
your Rasengan will spin counterclockwise.
God. Yeah, this is such a good anime. I mean, no, this is such a good episode.
Yeah,
Like,
I have high expectations for this arc in general.
mm-mm. Yeah, someone should celebrate with me by sending me some twice dojins.
And send me some Togaludes in
Girl, this isn't about you. She's already dead. Okay, you can ask for them
it's what
after.
Twice would have wanted.
I don't give a fuck what Twice would have wanted. This isn't about
He
him
would have
either. He's
wanted the
also
to
dead.
he would have wanted the
Oh my
Togaludes.
god, you say like everything about you all the time. We get it. You like girls and crazy girls and boobies. I'm talking
Hey,
about
she doesn't have boobies.
I wanna see some twice on twice Bada shit,
Twice
okay?
orgy, just him.
Oh my god, just him fucking himself. Oh, that'd be kinda hot. But neither here nor there. Rest in peace, Twice.
Mm.
You will be missed. It's no coincidence that Twice was my favorite villain, and I'm also a fan of Twice, the K-pop group. Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah,
Twilight
what a
Zone.
coincidence. Hmm.
And then we figure out that twice the K-pop group, they're also clones
Oh my
in real life.
god.
All right, let's move on to Mairimashita Iruma-kun 3, episode 2?
Yes.
2, where is it? Here it is. This is just, man, I really, I don't know. I feel I'm trying to not hold the Lolibaba, and I'm not trying to demonize her.
Ironically.
I know, but you know she's a demon, but man, I kind of felt really I kind of felt really bad for Iruma.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I think like everyone in the anime, including myself now, I just have a soft spot for Iruma. So I'm like the fact that you were just pulling his like you were just making him a servant
Yeah,
to the
this whole
point where you were
time.
like the point where you were like verbally abusing him and calling him an idiot. I'm just
That
like,
was
girl,
such a
fuck you.
great scene though. She's like, I've never met such a
A
fucking moron.
moron.
And then
I
he
was
goes
like,
home
yo,
traumatized.
she would have killed me because the way I would have called her every name in the book.
It was
Call
good to
I would have
see.
said I would have been like, and your daddy's stupid, and your mama's left titty's flat,
And she pulls out the arrow and like fucking
and
pierces
guess
you.
what? I'm gonna die on that literal hill.
Mm. It was good to see. Normally, Rumor doesn't get affected so negatively and frustrated, but that was a fun little scene for him.
Right, where he's just like that whole thing where
He's
he
like,
comes home
"Fuck
and just
this
a blank
bitch."
space. Right. He's like, and even so, it's in a very like Iduma way. It's not even like I'm really really mad. It's like I'm frustrated.
Yeah. Oh my god! And then the scene after with like everyone going through their trauma for their training, which a lot of them going. The mermaid chick is having them like
Right. It's
drown,
literally
like she's
yeah.
waterboarding them. Like,
It's not waterboarding if they put the towel. If they don't put the towel, he's just straight up drowning them.
yeah, right. It is just actual drowning.
Right. He's like, this should increase their bloodline. I don't know how, but drown. Like,
It'll work. They're all being tortured, and then Iruma does his like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing laundry and stuff," and like, "Oh my god." Even Clara's like, "You're being bullied."
yeah, they're like, that's not no.
She's just abusing you.
Right. Speaking of Clara, one thing I wish I know they're not gonna do this, even though I feel like they should,
Mm,
or maybe they will. I don't know. I don't have high hopes. I just, especially because she's under the tutelage of the quote unquote. I forget what her name is. I can just call her Sexy Sensei,
yeah.
the succubus. I don't know. I want her to be just a little bit more sexy. Just like not too much to the
Do I
point I don't.
chime in here?
Yeah, not too much that I can't recognize it, or that it's like turning into like etchy, or she's a carbon copy of the succubus. Just like
I
you
don't know. I feel
know,
like it wouldn't fit her
like a
character though.
shit.
She's like more cute than sexy.
I feel like you can do both. There's definitely
Eh,
anime where I've seen
it'd
both.
be hard for her to pull it off. I don't know.
It really is
I
not.
mean, I mean, that face is kind of really hard to pull off sexy. I love Clara, but
You can make a different animation where she does like an actual human face every now and again, just like when like just so that she's really trying. Because I feel like it almost
hey, Clara is perfect the way she
I feel
is.
like it's just I feel like her trying to do these like sexy poses, and she just looks fucking silly. She just looks silly, and I'm just like, no, I actually want some improvement for her in if this is the way that they're going to prove.
I'm
I
sure
don't
she'll
know,
have
just
like
I
one
don't
sexy moment or something.
like it doesn't like I said, it doesn't have to be even etchy. It could just be like just slightly less cute for just like maybe a scene or two. That's what I want. I don't know. I
Well,
don't.
I am plenty content with this Clara. So, but then again, I do like cute over sexy, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like her cute is almost like a childish cute. Like she's like almost desexualized. Like I don't see her even
She's
as a
the
sexual being.
anti-fence.
Yes, she literally is. I'm just like, yeah. If I was straight, I would not want to read dojins of her. So I'm just
Okay.
like, in my mind, I'd just be like, oh, that's like me wanting to watch like a kid, because that's kind of what she gives off. She just gives off the kid vibes, even though she's like the oldest of how many kids, and is also in high school.
Mhm.
So I don't know, just like I feel like she can still be herself, but maybe just like it's like maybe less sexy is the might be the wrong word. Maybe just like a little more mature, but like from the angle of her being more sexy. If that makes any sense. Just like a little bit, like a teeny tiny bit. Like I want to watch that scene where she does something and like you don't see that dumb animation face that she always has on, but she looks like any literally like any other girl in that school. And then Iruma's like, "Oh shit, Clara's a woman." Like, you know?
Yeah, well, then again, I shipped Iruma with Amiri, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I still want. Yeah, that's still what I want. But I just want her to be recognized. I want her to have her moment. I
Fair
guess.
enough. It's
Because
understandable.
they were like, we're working on our sexy poses, and I'm just like, and I see a pose, and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah,
Listen, I'm currently going through these lewds to see if I can find any sexy Clara poses. I want
good,
to see if it's
good.
possible.
I mean, oh, okay. Let me phrase that. I wonder if it's possible, and it still looks like her.
Exactly, that's the part.
Right.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. Well, I wish you luck in that. Anything else happen?
Oh,
Um.
Loli Baba has really beautiful looking bow and arrow with god tier animation,
Oh
and
yeah. Jesus Christ, that was so
that was
cool.
like, oh my Jesus, why is this animation sudden like Attack on Titan budget?
Right. Oh, and she also apparently knows Sullivan.
Yeah, and likes him a lot.
Yeah, I'm almost to the point where I'm just like, do you, do, do you want to fuck him?
I'm pretty sure she does.
I mean, I'm assuming
Asking the
she's
question
like
I
hundreds
got.
of years. Yeah, she's 100 years old, so I'm like, like I said, she's a lily baba.
I like I like how she wasn't taking Irma's training seriously until Sullivan showed up. I was like, oh,
Until
thank you.
Sullivan's like, and she's like, oh shit, you're
Yeah,
his grandson. Fuck.
yeah, it's probably I like implying that she would have never done taken his training. She would have just been an eternal servant to her unless Sullivan showed up.
Oh my god. Thank God. Yeah, that's why I'm just like I'm giving her a side eye because I'm like, you made. I was like, you made Iduma mad. I don't like you.
mm,
We'll see.
understandable.
We'll see if she can earn her way back into my good
I
graces.
feel like she won't. Doesn't strike me as a character who's going to earn much points in your book, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't have high hopes for her either.
I love her. That's fine. I have enough love for both of us for her.
Hmm. Okay, I think we can move on. Before we move on, so one of the things that did shock me, just a quick tangent. Yeah, I was surprised that my hero is like, you know, in third row, especially after an episode like that.
Oh yeah, it's low.
Like, it's not low, like it's still
I
relatively
mean, I
high,
would
but it's
expect
low
My
for
Hero
my
to be
hero.
a
It's low for
lot
my hero,
higher, given how popular it is.
right? It's low for my hero.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Golden Kamui is above it, I'm like, whoa,
On one hand, I'm like, that's amazing, but on the other hand, it's like, that's weird.
that is weird. I
Taste?
mean,
People
it's
having taste?
Right, huh?
Nani?
People recognizing this anime is good.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I still feel it's like it's just the two of us who watch this, and
Yeah.
some people
Did we
from our
both rate it a
community.
10 and that's why it's it's a perfect score because only two people gave it ratings?
I'm like, wait, you rate things? So yeah, that was just I don't know, weird to me. That's like right next to Iruma.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, we're gonna move on to Eminence in Shadow, episode 2. I'm gonna say this right now just to get it off my chest.
Mm.
Please, it's one thing that I've been drowned, waterboarded, submerged, buried, buried. I think I may have said that one already, but I don't care. In isekai anime.
Mm.
I really, really don't want to start this new trend of people being isekai'd and their babies with god tier abilities. I
I feel like that's a slight at Mushoku Tensei.
no, because Mushoku Tensei is great.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my problem because this is it's giving copy and paste. Um,
I think there was another one,
plus
another
or
show
minus
that
a
also
few
did
things.
this.
I'm sure it did. I know there's another show that did this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying just I'm not saying this anime is bad because they copy and pasted it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying
You see the trend.
yeah, the trend is there, and I don't know why it necessarily has to be a trend.
You see that's the thing though. It's like for Mushoku Tensei, I understood because that actually played a part in the story why he was reincarnated as a kid. Like they did something with it. In this, I don't. There's not really a reason for other than for him just to go to like high school. But then I guess you could just reincarnate him as a high school student. Like,
Right. And there's another anime that does reincarnate someone as a high school student we're gonna talk about in the filler arc.
mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, yes. And this anime they do what they did better than another anime, and we'll get there. Um, but yeah, no, like, and this anime is not bad. It was just like very, uh, very transparent. Like,
Yeah. Um, I have mixed feelings. All right, so overall, I do like this episode.
yeah, yeah, same.
I just don't like the main character. This was what I was talking about. I really don't like the main character.
Ooh,
I don't like. Maybe he's gonna develop on me or something. But like, first off, bad foot. I
the
don't like super OP isekai characters who just can do everything and never have any issues. So that's like he's Kirito basically.
yeah. So and Rudy is very strong. Rudy is no Kirito.
And the Chuni thing is funny when it's not. It's funny because it's not real. You know what I mean? But when it is real, it just comes across as condescending and obnoxious. Like it's one thing to be a Chuni and you're not like actually a super sorcerer god king or whatever. But when you are a super sorcerer god king and you're just like, oh, I am the superior sorcerer god king, well then it's not Chuni anymore. You just are an asshole. Like you're just a condescending asshole. So I
Yeah, who just lying to people for no reason,
exactly.
just to be cool. Yeah, no, I feel like you're not supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to like him, because why
Yeah.
would you? Yeah,
Yeah, I hope not. Because he just comes across like what a dick thing to do to the girl slime that he saved.
I mean he did save her,
Yeah, but still,
but
whatever.
I'm not saying what he did is morally
Larry,
correct,
he's not a
but
bad like he's not like a bad person. It's just that I just
yeah,
don't like his character. I just he rubs me the wrong way. He's just I wish he would focus more on the other character. Like I like his sister, even though his sister has some kind of irrational love for him, which is another trope of isekai that I'm like,
well, you don't like that she's a brocon.
I do, but it has to be earned, not just given.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like speaking of Claire, I feel like she has like she's subconsciously aware, I think, of her brother's abilities.
Mm,
I don't know, because there's something weird about her little monologue to that guy who kidnapped her. That was just like she's like, "Oh, I grow every day fighting my brother, but he never seems to grow." And I'm just like, I feel like you're not I feel like she's not, um I wanna say she's not dumb because even if you didn't know how strong he was, that doesn't make you dumb.
hmm
But I feel like she's a little like, she's much more even though she's not strong as him, she's a little more insightful.
hmm
Even if she's not she can't put her finger on it.
Yeah, I think that look back she gave him when she was like leaving to the academy, she's like, something's up.
Right, like, she's aware of his potential abilities or cautious of them or whether or not they exist.
Um,
So that's very interesting.
I do like so things I did like about this episode. I love the action. I love how like again doesn't hold back. It's pretty gory actually, the decapitations and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fighting style. I love the actually have a. I'm glad this anime does it because more anime to do the whole slime like I don't know how to describe it like
Slime armor?
tentacle. Well, the slime armor, but just like having like a slime that attacks. I think that's really cool. So I like the fighting style in the show a lot.
Do we know how the slime works at all? Absolutely not.
Nope, but it's cool as fuck to look at. So the action is actually
Uh,
really dope. I love the character designs, like these, like the coordinated cat girl outfits or beast girl outfits that they all have are really cute. And his
yeah,
outfit just looks like a Lelouch, which is cool.
that it does. Oh my god, it really does look like Lelouch.
My
Um,
main issue
mhm.
is pacing. Like
Oh yeah, they're just like time skip, time
time
skip,
skip,
time
time
skip.
skip, time skip. And like I'm like, wait, no, I actually want to see him develop because see, that's what I mean with his sister like fiercely loving him and everything. I'm like, well, we didn't even get any development between the two of them, so it feels weird.
Yeah.
Like I want to know why she likes him so much. I like give us more of that, or like he went from just finding that one girl and making
I mean,
him to like
okay,
getting a
okay,
whole
okay.
harem of fucking.
I feel like her being like a Brocon. I feel like she's not entered Brocon territory. I think her reactions are justified in the same way that she's just an overprotective sibling.
I mean,
Like I feel like that's not. I feel
he
like
said one bad thing about her brother, and she literally like
he
broke
threatened
her
to go.
arm to
He
break out of a
threatened.
chain, and was like, "I'll
Threatened.
kill your family if you touch my brother."
He threatened to kidnap him. Yeah. That's not like a some little thing. He's not like, oh well, your brother's no, no, your brother's gay. Like he didn't say something like he didn't say something stupid like that. He said, "I'm going to
Watch your fucking mouth.
kidnap him."
Keep my
Like
brother's name out your fucking mouth.
right. He said he's going to like kidnap him. Like and seeing how she's ended up, I don't think it makes sense that she would like. Yeah, no, her
I
reaction isn't
didn't
like
see any moment up until then where she gave a shit about her brother. So it just feels like a to go from 0 to 1,000 like that is a bit
I
like I can see her being
I
upset. Like, don't you touch my brother? But like to break your finger so you can break out of a chain so you can threaten this guy's family
I
and
mean,
like look
if
deranged.
you're that strong, why not?
I mean, should have done it earlier.
I don't know. You love your family. I mean, yes, I do. Ultimately, it could we could use an
Just like a couple
maybe
moments here or there or something. Like
yeah
if this was episode
maybe
3.
another episode.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
this was episode 3 and like the episode 2 was like a little bit more development between him and his sister and then the other girl Alpha, I would have been like, all right. And then episode 3 started here where it's like he's rescuing her from the cave or whatever. I feel like that would have been excellent pacing. But as it stands, it's just like, what? Why do they have this Kagura harem and now they're all leaving? And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't even know your names, and I'm supposed to feel bad that you're separating.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for, like, the pace to slow.
Yeah, and just to
I need
slow it
I
back.
need I need the pace to stabilize.
I feel like the show has like a lot it's trying to do because remember the first episode was the whole like not
Right,
isekai section where he was like in the real world. So I'm like, all right, this show is trying to do a lot, and it needs to like slow down and have a plan.
right. It's listen, you're a hop, skip, and a jump away from being, uh, God of High School.
Yeah, don't go into God of High School territory, please.
Right, don't, or so you're looking at the abyss.
Slow
You're
down.
looking at the abyss that's shaped like a like a random kung fu wizard turning a nuke into to throw at some devil god.
Yeah,
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, congratulations, neither do I.
yeah.
Welcome to
Welcome to God of High
God of
School.
High School.
I do like. Well, thankfully, this is a 20 episode show, so I feel like they will slow down the pace because it's longer
Yeah,
than
like
one core.
eventually I feel like they're gonna
Mm,
level off.
yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Uzaki-chan wa Asobitai, episode 3. Where are my notes for this anime? Uzaki? Okay, there we go. First of all, I want to get this out of the way.
Mhm.
I can't wait to be introduced to Sakurai's father and then immediately look for yaoi of said Sakurai's father.
Funny because I can't wait to be introduced to Uzaki's sister and look for Yuri of said Uzaki's sister.
Work. 'Cause I keep seeing him in the opening. I'm just like, oh my god, you're just Sakurai, but with more facial hair and a bigger body. Oh. Yes.
Oh no! What if Uzaki falls for him?
Excuse me.
What if Uzaki falls for him?
I mean, listen, I would not be. I wouldn't be mad at him. Listen, the way I will take him down, lay down the shaft to the balls. But enough about that.
So that's what this episode was about. So
Right. Um, so I think they're having the festival. They're having a festival, and Sakurai just does not want to go to. I want to go to a festival, just not, just not one of these like festivals like that happen in the city where they're doing like a bunch of random overpriced as fuck uh food carts.
oh, which reminds me, I'm going. You want to go to a Japan Fest next week?
No, but
They're gonna have a bunch of overpriced food carts.
Exactly. Okonomiyaki, how much? 8 balls, $8. I'm like, meanwhile, people are giving like $20 and they go to these festivals. It's like, yeah, this is just 500 yen. Like, no, I refuse. And apparently so does Sakurai.
Yeah, I liked Sakurai's plan of being like, I'm just gonna take 3 days off and still like stay at home and play games. Like, yes, relatable.
Yeah. Um and which one calls it? Uzaki almost joins him, but then Sasaki's like, "Hey, PlayStation 5 or PS5 equivalent, you just have to go in and do a bunch of shit at the festivals."
Hmm.
That's what I mean. Like, I want to go to a festival where it's, like a. Why don't school has that festivals?
What
God,
like our American schools?
yes,
'Cause our American schools suck.
yeah. Our school system's so lame. Jesus.
We barely have education in our school system. You
Right.
want
Yeah.
festivals?
I know, right.
you think the student body would be Oh my god, could you imagine our high school if we had to organize like stalls for a festival or some shit?
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be rough, but I mean, but yeah, that's how it works. That's how we become better because we organize festivals and we have to do it ourselves and we just get the shit done. Like, hello.
Everyone would just do a
That's
stand
how
that has like banana or penis shaped bananas or something, or penis shaped lollipops.
that
That'd be the
no,
only food at our
that would
festival.
not that would
Every
not be
stall
it
would just be
because
penis
because
lollipops.
we'd all get suspended. We would all get suspended. I don't think so. But it definitely would be like instead of Japanese food, it'd be like pastelitos and beef
Yeah,
patties.
I got some beef patties. We got some rice and beans. Actually, this sounds
Yeah.
kind of lit, mate.
Right. Hello. Mad food and then it'd be like a dunking
Hold up,
contest or
yeah.
something.
We had a big ass parking lot too, like the quad. Damn, it could have worked.
Exactly. We have the quad. We have the whole we could if not the quad, we can also use um the track field.
Mm-hmm. Shit, man. Quick, call up our
Right.
high school. I got a suggestion to make.
Ah. It's like I would love to do that for the kids, but then I'm just like also fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids. I ain't a kid anymore. I don't care.
Right. um so of course in typical what's the guy's name? Bonzu Sakaki's typical I can't say his name. Is it Sakaki?
Was it Sakaki or
Sakaki?
Sasaki?
It's not
Sasaki.
Sasaki, it's Sakaki. That double K fucks me up. Yeah, but
Yeah,
Sakaki
Sakaki.
decides, of course, to trap them by getting them to go to the occult club where these girls are really intense
We
with
must
some
tell your
fortune.
fortune. You cannot leave.
Cannot leave. And immediately once I saw them inside, I was like, Ami's involved in this somehow.
Yeah, it's always on me.
And yeah, we of course we assumed correct.
Mm-hmm.
One of I forget one of Uzaki's friends ends up telling her fortune. I forget if she's a recurring character.
I feel like I've seen her before, but maybe
Maybe she's from
just
her high school? Question.
yeah.
Yeah, she ends up doing fortune telling. And lo and behold, Uzaki and Sakurai are destined for each other. Like, wow, you guys are a great match. Why aren't you
Well,
dating?
why aren't you dating? Why aren't you fucking yet? What the hell are you guys doing here? Not like at
Ooh,
home. Fuck. What's going
ooh,
on?
that was yeah, that hit different.
Mm-hmm.
And Sakurai ended up getting all flustered
Mm-hmm. That was a cute
and
little scene.
embarrassed. That was cute. But the best part of this episode, not how Sakurai handled it, the way Uzaki handled it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause this girl, I was like,
Delusion territory.
oh my god.
I like the slow build up. It was like, oh, he has feelings for me. He needs me. He can't live without me.
Yes. We
I am
cannot
his
leave without
god.
like, I'm like, oh god, Uzaki. And then he's like, and then she gets upset when she's like, "Wait, why haven't you like proposed to me yet? I don't understand. Did you not hear the fortune?"
But our
Uh,
fortune.
and but I did like this episode because at the end of it, they literally all but said, "Yay, progression was made," because now they're getting to that point where they're just very hyper aware of each other
Mm-hmm.
in a potential romantic sense. You know, when they touch each other's hands to grab for the sauce, people
Yeah.
got shy and started blushing. I was like, "Oh,
Mm. Let's like
okay, here comes the tension."
give it a couple episodes. Ooh.
Right? I don't know. There could be a confession by the end of the season. Who
True.
knows?
Might even get a
Who
sex
knows? I feel
scene.
like these past anime, they've been more bold now.
I feel like actually, no, that's a fun little thing. Anime either ends in a confession or we're getting a sex scene. There's no in between.
That is true. But but yeah, this is a good build up. I'm liking this progression a lot. But yeah, can't wait for next episode. This episode was as solid as always.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Cute romance. I love Uzaki. Need more Uzaki in our lives.
more Uzaki. All right, we're gonna move on to Utawareru Monogatari. That's not the name of it at all.
Close enough.
Utawarerumono Futari no Hakoro.
It's like the crossover between Uramono and Bakemonogatari.
God, I hope not. So, speaking of deaths of character, uh, Pizza Man Mororo.
Rip. He went out like a
Mm-mm.
king.
And literally the way we've said he would.
Mm-hmm. Called
Oh
it.
my gosh. But even though that was very we saw that coming. I'm still gagged this episode. Still very plenty of surprises.
Yeah, there was.
Um
There was a few moments here and there. I was like, what?
the main one is that there seems to be sabotage coming from within, and it has nothing to do with Oshitoru. Because at first I thought Osho was like surprised. I was waiting for that moment when they're, I don't know, one of his generals, like one of the side characters, was like, "Oh yeah, I just I don't know, burrowed in under night and just fucked everything up." Like I was waiting for that to happen, but no, bitch, there's a third party
Mhm.
involved, and they're taking advantage of all the chaos. I was like, oh, they tempered with the cannons, blew that shit up.
Mhm.
Um, when Mikazuchi came, his own was that isn't that wasn't that his own attendant who stabbed him?
Yeah, like one of his attendants, which I saw coming
That
when they were like in the store by themselves. I'm like, oh, she's definitely stabbing him.
I don't know. I didn't see that coming. I just thought she was just reporting to him like she always does.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was the scene of them just being alone in a really like off place. That was a
Got
flag,
you.
especially when he turned around. I'm like, no, don't turn your back.
Yeah, she stabbed that motherfucker like twice.
Also, fuck that fake out where it was like, she's like, "You're not getting out of here except through my corpse," and then she pulls out like a little fucking knife, and he has this giant ass Buster blade. I'm like, "You're not gonna do a sword fight right now," and they
Like
try to
my
play it off
body.
like, "Who won?" Clearly
Right.
the
And
dude
of
with the
course she just
giant
blows
sword.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Do the whole like post slash animation, she just blows up and he's like and he's literally like, "Oh, I guess I'm stepping over your corpse."
Yeah, like pulls out kitchen knife. I take out my rocket launcher.
Right. That was that was really funny. And she also went as far as to say that Raiko is next. I thought this was like Raiko betraying Mikazuchi. Because honestly, once he betrays one person, I just expect him to betray everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that was not the case. But they're like, I don't know. They said
Chain of
some.
betrayals.
Hey, they said something about. I forgot the line that they said, cutting off certain branches or something.
Yeah, I know what line you're talking about, but I forget the exact wording.
Right. And I'm just like, I don't know what this means. I don't know if they're trying. I can't. I feel like it'd be too naive to be like, yeah, they're trying to just they're helping us hurt her, and they're not. Actually, they're not because one of them, in disguise of the queen, tried to stab Oshitoru, and then Mororo took the hit and died. So no, that theory that they could be helping is immediately refuted because
hmm
I think they tried to kill the leaders of both sides
Yeah, I think they just want everyone like complete disorganization,
for
like
whatever
complete
reason.
chaos.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're on episode 17, and it's like, wow. I didn't think we'd be here by the halfway point,
Hmm.
but that means the war is not the end. Or at least this war is not the end, at
War is
least.
not the end; it goes on.
It goes on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Also, shout
really
out to Mororo's actor because he had a lot of crazy screams and talking to do
mhm.
this episode. So
Great acting. Fantastic. Um, who's him? Let me give him his flowers while we can, while his character is, well, actually not alive. As
his
soon
throat
as
hurts.
I, right, listen, you put your throat to good use.
Hmm.
Um, now my thing is taking forever to load. Okay, Dororo, Dororo, Maroro, excuse me, not Dororo. That's an anime.
That is a good anime. I have not
That
watched
is a
that.
good anime. Right. Shout out to my guy Oki Sugiyama. Thank you for a job well done.
Thank you, Oki.
Thank you, Oki. All right. So that is it for our reviews. Um, for this filler arc, I just wanted to, just have a quick conversation about some of the anime that we've been watching that's not part of our lineup. There's just so much good stuff that
It's
to watch.
literally so many good shows. Holy shit.
Right. I'm going to start off with one that I've been thoroughly enjoying.
Mm.
Um, basically, I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss.
What, a villainous show that you're enjoying?
I am.
uh,
It's not okay. No, is it like a god tier? Like, oh, this is like better than the X, Y, and Z.
mm.
Enter highly rated anime here. No, but I will say this is definitely what the last I'm a Villainous anime should have been. This is 100%. This is it completely. The premise is so much like it's just so much more intriguing. And it's not just like I know it just has a lot more conflict. Like it's not so much a day to day and this girl who's like, "Oh, I don't want to be, the villainess and exiled and have a bad end, so I'm just gonna be cute and fua fua." Wait, are you watching this anime?
No.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to be all fua fua, and it's gonna be slice of life and her der. No, in this anime, homegirl is like, "No, if I don't stop this bad ending, I'm gonna die." So, and she takes her knowledge and she starts calculating. Like that's the thing I like about it as opposed to the other villainous anime. Like she's proactive and trying it feels like she's proactive in trying to,
To actually
stop
change
her
events and
demise.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And there's always this constant conflict of what's happening. It just feels like shit's happening like every episode, as opposed to the villainous or slice. Have you? Wait, did we cover that right on the podcast?
We covered the first season.
Right. Yeah. I didn't even bother watching the second one
Yeah,
because
me
I'm like,
either.
no, I don't want more of that. No, thank you.
Yeah, just watch this one instead.
Yeah, literally just watch this anime instead. Um, I like I like that. I like that words. I like her love interest, Lord Claude. I love how she handles her initial love interest. Like it's so funny um how flippant her attitude is. Like she's just a all around more interesting character than the original girl from the other villainous anime. Like this is a very fun watch. I recommend this like if you're just like, just want to watch something, not too much, put not too much thought in it. And it has those cute romantic moments. Yeah, this is definitely has cute romance themes. It's I'm pleasant. I've been pleasantly surprised.
Nice.
So that's one of the anime I want to highlight. That's definitely caught my eye. What about you, Ani?
I actually have two. One of them is gonna be very brief about because there isn't really too much to say, but it's super fun. Um, Funny enough, Akiba Maid Wars, the one with the maid cafes.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen
that
it?
yes.
Yeah, that's just wild. I don't want to spoil too much, but it feels like a mix between Idolmaster and Black Lagoon, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's not the most well written show or whatever, but if
It's
you're a fan of like Kakegurui and shit like that, like just wild anime, it's definitely up there.
100% agree. It is. Once again, it's just like a very fun time.
Yeah, it's very fun to turn your brain off, just watch the chaos anime.
That last episode
Yeah.
with the poker game, that shit had me.
That
That
is this is like peak anime. It's just this is anime.
yeah,
Also,
man.
it's by Side Games, which I guess shouldn't be a surprise.
Oh, interesting.
So you might get a crossover in Shadowverse.
Oh God.
But the real show that I am absolutely loving this season is, of course, Gundam, which from Mercury.
Mhm.
It's first off, I'm not a huge Gundam guy because I don't really like the angst in Gundam. Like, I like the
Yeah.
politics, I like the robots, but the angst always gets me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge mech fan myself.
So I love that the main character for this anime is for this version of Gundam is a young girl, but she's not like an angsty, you know, brooding teen like Hero from fucking Gundam Wing. I hate Hero, but so she's more like energetic, spunky, fun, happy go lucky, and like the environment that she's in is like they have this whole it's Gundam, so it's political. It's like an anti-corporatist message and all that stuff, and it feels very fun. Like I don't want to say slice of life because it's not like they do the plot and everything, but like the characters just have fun, and there's a very distinct Yuri element to it, like overt
Yeah.
Yuri element. So like in episode one, there's literally an engagement. So I love it. The action is great. I love all the characters. They're all fun in their own unique ways. Huge budget from Sunrise. It has like the action scenes are top tier from like
Gorgeous.
absolutely beautiful, like
Gorgeous. It,
lights
it
and
definitely it definitely reminds me of Kogias
yeah, it's
in
very
terms of how
Kogias.
pretty and flashy it is.
The mech
Did-
designs
Didn't
are really
they? Didn't
cool.
they? Didn't they have part of the production in Kogias?
Yeah, yeah, it was part of
Yeah.
Sunrise.
So yeah,
So
it makes sense. Makes sense.
it's probably the same exact team too, because it feels a lot like Kogias.
Right.
It's very beautiful. Love the characters. Love the Gundams. And I like the direction the story's going because it's like just enough twist to be like, huh. Kind of like most of it's predictable, but then they always throw in like a little twist at the end of the episodes that get
Yeah,
you.
like they're the end where homeboy about to get blown the fuck up.
Exactly. And I'm like, ooh, I like this. So I'm watching it. I'm loving it. It's pretty fun, even for a non Gundam fan.
Yes. Agreed. I think you also hit all the ones that I'm watching. So I think that's it. So yeah, just want to bring some awareness of some sleepers that we're not covering but we are watching. Let
Hmm.
us know in the comments some of the stuff that you guys are watching.
Yes, make
If
us
and
aware.
anything that we haven't covered or anything that we haven't said, if it's really good or not. Well, obviously stuff that obviously nothing like Mob Psycho or something. I know Blue Lock. I know everyone's losing their mind over Blue Lock.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch it because it's soccer. I don't want to watch real soccer. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
watch it.
No, well, you have fun with that. I'm not that bored, not yet.
We'll get there. But yeah, in that case, I shall take us away.
Please do.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the Waifu War podcast, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you catch all the episodes as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a patron or channel member and get yourself some awesome perks like access to our live watches, which we do every week, and our members-only Discord. This week, we are watching, or this season we're watching, Chainsaw Man and Spy Family with our viewers every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to join us for those watches, you know where to go. And Drew, you have anything you'd like to add?
A what's it when you don't place? Oh, honorable mention. An honorable mention to Popute Pipiku, the second season. I didn't watch any of the episodes yet, but I only saw a scene on Twitter that I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I
I
need to
think I know the
watch
scene because
this.
I also saw that.
Yeah, I think it's the same scene. That shit was that
Yeah.
shit. You, hey, you want some of my milk? And it just instant cut to them about to saw him in half, and I'm just like,
What?
I'll clap.
And also honorable mention to Do It Yourself, which I did not think I was going to enjoy. It's the anime with the Home Improvement Club. It's
That one's
the
good.
animation is actually incredibly beautiful. Like it's like remember Azoken? It's
Oh,
like very unique like that, but I like the characters. It's not as obnoxious.
no, okay.
So I am enjoying that one. But yes, until next time, this has been Sabroni, and
Scooby Doo.
we'll catch you later. Later.
Bye.